Hello everybody and welcome back to another Warner video, this time featuring both divisions that we just had a look at in the latest deck deep dive, the first UK and the lovely Berliner Gruppierung. This game was also played with a modification to vision ranges, as Tanner and I wanted to check that out, and that won't be in the launch build. Though hopefully we will get some buffs to Recon soon. It played really well. A couple of other Star Team members tested out and we played on their patch there. And yep, it was a lot of fun. We had 2 games played on it there and a couple of games played since then as well. Buffing Recon a bit would go a long way, feels like. But game will be pretty good at launch anyways, and you will see. This game here was a lot of fun as well. I'm coming around here with Berliner Gruppierung, Felddepot in the rear, Modschützen Strellas, normal Modschützen coming around, KDA of Clever, normal the special Wachschützenaufklärer here in front, and a couple more Modschützen in the south, plus 2 MI8s to protect X-Ray to anything coming in here. Also on the other side we have a couple of strikers here, and some of the warrior appliques, and then a good couple of light MGs coming around in the south, both sides with a field depot as well. And yeah, it's the new map as well, Mount River 1v1, which played quite nice as well. Papa and Alpha there with really close fights, X-Ray as the open one, and then Bravo and India as deep push, and Oscar and Lima as deep push as well. I would like to see it's Lima and Oscar being 2-pointers as well. Well, I'd like that there's no point directly here, but these two should be 2 points, because at the moment it's really heavily focused over here. And whilst I like that it is a bit more focused there for sure, a bit of focus down here could help out the mice. But that's just the critique there. Outside of that, map felt quite nice. Looking forward to have it in the rank pool, with the rank reset at launch as well. And yeah, we have Wachschützen coming around, we have the MI8s flying in, trying to deal with all these MGs over there. We have he's moving around here as well. Whilst the Modschützen Strela with Medi's combo here should be able to help themselves against air and tanks. No helicopters here at the start though. I thought there might be rocket helicopters at the beginning. Also, Tanner with a pretty defensive starting here, so my Mi-8s don't have much to hit. They find the warrior here now, which will try to shoot back at them as well. So the helicopters here going pretty low with the javelin firing at them, getting some good damage out there. But this one here being pretty inaccurate. Javelin luckily misses. Second Mi-8 gets out as well, so I at least get the warrior, and both of my helicopters survive for now. No rocket runs. I wanted to use them for rocket runs, but Tanner with quite a defensive setup, so that didn't work out. But yeah, the helicopter is retreating. We have defensive position here with Medis and Conquerors and SPW in the south, whilst Tanner is bringing in more stuff over here. Defensive positioning with a lot of MGs, playing the UK slowly. Supply the point in the rear, coming around whilst my helicopters retreat back. We have some A-55s, some normal Wachschützen RPOs here, some Modschützen BTRs all coming in to try to get into this forest. Like, that was my base idea in this game, trying to get in, but into this forest, because I thought Tanner might push here or here, which would be quite good tank territory. And obviously, yeah, cutting him off from the side here when he tries to push through the open space over here would have been quite nice, but it's not the way he played. Surprisingly many swing fires on Tanner's side early on, because obviously Berliner doesn't have that many tanks, so that was and the warrior can deal with all of them already, so that was a bit of a surprise. But okay, interesting playstyle for sure, quite defensive for sure. More warriors coming in, some scorpions coming in, leaving me on a +3 here already. Wachschützenführer coming around, trying to get it to a +5. as Tanner is starting to do the back cap stuff with the rovers and so on as well, though. The helicopters of mine preparing back at the FSP. T-55s coming up. We have Modschützen, we have KDA Schützen, Wachschützen, RPO moving forward as well. Well, it's 81mm mortar trying to come down onto the KDA Schützen here. Right, get some damage done. Conquerors getting shot out here. Missing out the rover. KDA Schützen get into the forest. MG's not quite out far enough to deal with that before they come in, so that's pretty big as well. And more Wachschützen coming in here, and the fight will be on here. Mortars with their better accuracy, quite annoying. You can see they stress me out pretty bad. They do some damage already as well, and they keep on raining. So those mortars gonna be the bane of my existence. Meanwhile, I get two 70s, and those will try to break any strong point of Tanners here in the game. Quite a lot of forces here on the left side by Tanner against really little of mine, so a bit of a push here could potentially work out nicely as well. But for now, Tanner focused on getting some damage onto me with those mortars and trying to defend all the spaces over here. Rifles coming forward, more MGs coming over, Gazelle with some recon rotating around. Whilst we have Wachschützen, RPO moving forward. And here we go. Rocket barrage number 1 coming in. Dealing decent damage. Getting the sniper. Getting the armed rifles. Getting the 7.6mm. So, first barrage with decent damage. Units having to reload now. The reload time there has been a bit increased. So they're not going to be as obnoxious in 10v10s. But they're still going to be good. It's only a reload time increase, which I think is the right way to go. The damage is fine. The reload time was just a bit too low so that you could kind of permafire, especially if you upvet them with urgency next to them, or they level up by killing enough stuff, which now is easier in the new patch build, which I'm really looking forward to see more units leveling up. I think that's a cool system. It's obviously a bit of a win more system, but a system that rewards people for unit preservation is a good system as well. Yeah, because at the moment, throwing away units is the way to go usually. So yeah, something that plays a bit against that would be nice. And it always feels nice if you like get a good kill with T-55 and they level up for it. That would be quite cool. Warrior pushing up here. Modschützen BTR though, getting close enough. And they have a really nice GM with exactly enough AP power to kill them. T-55s here under fire by the Chieftain and the Striker though. So my units here getting pushed back. +2 situation still going on. We have more Modschützen Strela coming in. Yes, I have a +2 though, which is quite nice. We have the rifles here pushing forward. My Wachschützen RPO and the KDA trying desperately to defend themselves. The MGs here a bit too far forward. They're great fire support, but yeah, against RPOs they're not that great. Mortar tries to continue fire onto me as well. Modschützen not in the greatest spot, but on the other side, the rocket barrage eating up the armed rifles over here. The other rifles retreating back into it as well. Warrior really low as well, going down. And the armed rifles might get good as well. What's the rifles over here heavily damaged as well, go down there too. Modschützen pushing forward, and really strong strike by the armed 70s. That's why I wanted to get this focus of units in one spot. Meanwhile, Gazelle of Tanner rotating around the side of the map. That's what this open space for sure is good for. Helicopter play will be quite big on this map, on both sides of the map. And you have a lot of room for airplay as well, which I like. I wish there would be one of the sides at least where you could do somewhat of a fast move as well. Like, even if you clear out the woods here and then just build a road there, or the other way around, like, I wouldn't even like I wouldn't make it along the coastline here, where just having a road like most in most German rivers, both sides of the river have a road around. So, and if you have it really open, so that you could snipe it from any point from the other side of the map as well, from the river as well, that would be the best way in my eyes. But it's kind of fine the way it is as well. Meanwhile, Javelin's getting overrun here now. Milan 1 getting killed off. The Mudshotson really being able to push through thanks to that great barrage, but the Chieftain trying to hold them off now. A couple of mortars might go down, whilst they are pretty annoying over here. Getting a decent amount of damage. Scorpion and Warrior pushing in as well, but it's a +4 situation at the moment, thanks to the Wachschützenführer pushing forward. Wachschützenstrela over here dealing a good amount of damage as well, whilst Arm 70s do the reload. SU-22 UPK trying to find targets. Arm 70s with another fire here. Veteran C level up thanks to the leader next to them. And they start to hit the armored rifles over here. Spartan goes down. Javelin goes down. Scout goes down. So great hit there. Arm 70 really brutal. I have to reload in a second. SU-22 is coming in, trying to force AA, trying to deal some damage as well. Scorpion goes down. The UPK over here loses line of sight though, but the AA has been forced here. Tornado AA coming around, though it gets a good missile in there already. Gets a one in the second one as well, but the UPKs survive for now. MiG-21s on my side, trying to deal with the tornado. Not gonna be able to though, whilst we have Gazelle rockets in the swarm here. And yeah, with the buff to rockets, these Gazelle rocket swarms should be quite nice. I would maybe even like a 5-point increase to this unit at some point in the future. So I would like to see a bit of an improvement to flight pathing and the stoppage and so on helicopters as well before doing that. But yeah, rockets now can delete units in buildings quite nicely again and so on. So they are in a good bit better spot. Chieftain coming around. FSP kept in the rear. At the meantime though, Gazelle spots the Felt Depot. Tornadoes moving around, giving cover. MG's here holding the left flank. I got 100mm gun around here to protect that. Tornado coming around over the side with a big mission. Flying behind the mountains as well, so you can hide a raid like this, which is quite cool as well, that you can use terrain, block yourself from enemy radar. And yeah, the Gazelle spotted the Felt Depot. It can't run away, so the 6 bombs here under the tornado gonna come in a second. It's not going to look good for the depot down there. All the ammo going down. Tornado doing its thing. Same time though, Coops trying to get a hit in return. But Tornado gets out there. Arm 70s at least. Still having 1 salvo remaining for now. Light trucks will be possible later on as well. And on the ground, it's still a 5-minute counter. Going against Tanner. Hasn't gotten any CV in here. Wachschützen RPO holding the line against a lot of infantry on their own. The Arm 70 aiming up, though at the moment trying to help out the north instead, where the rifles try to push. And there we go, Arm 70's firing. And these guys are right in the center, so they will have a really bad day. Arm 70 coming in really clutch. Meanwhile, a good amount of chieftains and MGs coming around. The 81mm mortars trying to deal with the cubes, though that's not what they're quite good enough for. I understand what the idea there was, but it's not their top job. Good amount of Strelas around. The leaders have Strelas as well, so Gazelle rockets are somewhat vulnerable there for sure. Next to the Mudshotson and so on. The SPWs though, they die everywhere. SPW, PSH up in north gets overwhelmed by Warrior. Warrior pushing further forward. BRM1 gets a nice hit there as well. Chieftain trying to push forward. BRM1 gets the kill against the Warrior. 2 hits there in a row. Not something that you see usually out of these things. Chieftain falling back because it doesn't have the line of sight anymore. So that's not good for the Chieftain there. Snipers moving back. Whilst the Chieftain moving around. Rover coming in as well. L16 coming in here. Meanwhile, snipers pushing up in the north. Sorry for the short delay there, guys. And one of my screens just started dying. KDA Schützen coming around. Gazelle moving around in the rear. KDA Schützen move forward. Chieftains starting to clear out the zone. As Tanner will have to move a bit quicker. For sure has to clear this one. Arm 70s now reloaded by a T813, but they won't have endless supply for them. So Tanner for sure has put a timer there on the Arm 70s as well. Not quite killed them themselves, but the amount of Chieftains pushing forward is dangerous. Good hit here by the T55 into the side though. Rifles pushing forward, KDA Schützen under attack. MG here really helping out as well. Good damage dealer for sure. If you have a couple of units in front of them, the MGs do a decent job there. Chieftain pushing forward as well. KDA Schützen with the RPG too. Even if they hit, they won't do much with the 10 penetration. So not really a danger for Chieftain. Even a side hit doesn't do much against them. Mod Schützen Strela desperately trying to use the double LMG that they have now. But the infantry trade's for sure going a lot better now with this division. 35-point KDAs. A lot more cost efficient in infantry fights, and all the Mod Schützen as well. So they're really strong there. Rocket artillery coming in once more, getting the rover. Not getting anything outside of that this time around, but the Chieftain at least got over here as well. So good couple of kills here. MG actually mismicroed there, both of them going down. As MiG-21s tried to bail out the enemy air, whilst the Su-22 comes around for some rocket runs. Trying to get on top of the rifles. Rifles break line of sight last second though, so the rockets not really firing many rounds. Both of them pretty low. One of them going down. Second of them surviving. SPWs going down all over here. As the rifles push forward. KDA Schützen pretty stressed out by now. Tornado HE coming around. Going down this time around though to the coops. With 1-star veterancy, they are quite efficient. Whilst we have 130mm artillery pieces trying to go for the 81mm piece over here. MiG-21 gets hit. KDA Schützen desperately trying to push forward. Chieftain coming in from the side. Trying to deal with the KDA Schützen. Rocket Gazelles coming in. No AA in the rear, so danger is lurking now, but the CV is missing for Tanner. CV on the way. Rover trying to come around, but will need to get there, and only 1 minute and 2 seconds now remaining, so gonna be quite tough. And that's that rocket launch against all those against the CV there, pretty big. Rifles over here. Now the next target, KDA Schützen. Desperately trying to hold. A lot more here coming in just to try to hold the zone. And potentially maybe even irking in there as the rocket barrage starts firing, but they miss around this time. So that wasn't the strongest of hits. Cluster Bomber coming in for the Chieftain, 25 seconds. 23 seconds now. SC-22 Cluster gets the kill. SPW coming in around over here. Rockets are out now. Couple more artillery pieces. Conqueror's in a really nice spot. These buildings now being usable is quite big, and they get the side shot there. And it's GG here in the end, with the SPW getting the push in. So yeah, Tanner maybe a bit too defensive there against me. Early on, also a bit too much AT in my eyes. But the RM70 is for sure the MVPs of this game. Wachschützen really a good bit more cost efficient in the infantry fights with the KDA and the Mortar Strela. And that really helps out with this deck. Like the cost efficiency in the push and the strength of the infantry fighting is so nice. And your T-55s and your AT guns can help you out, and then you need the planes to make the killings onto the enemy tanks. That's why most of my air in that deck is AT, because you really need to get the kills there. 2 cards of cubes, quite nice as well. Yeah, all the rest of my units though, not super efficient. I lost all my SPWs here. SPW 70s didn't have the best of days, but in the end, it was a W here against Tanner. Really fun game though. I absolutely enjoyed playing on this patch. Yeah, it's gonna be quite nice, I believe, at launch. It's still obviously not perfect airplay and so on. Will need more love, but as you can see in the interview I had and the gameplay I had with Prince Strategia, they're gonna have a lot of that coming in the future, so I'm not worried at all in that regard. And yeah, hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye, and have a great day.